Now, what do you think? Are you ready?
I'm not 100% convinced that we'll make it, but I'm ready. So let's give it our best shot and see how far we make it.
Well, here goes nothing. Such quiet.
Strong arm steering in this thing.
Have you ever been in one of these cars that's this quiet?
I definitely haven't. We are out on the way to Palmer, Alaska now. Absolutely drop dead gorgeous out here. These mountains are so scenic. You know, window decal for the back that just says still spooling.
Still says 98% on the gas gauge.
Is it actually at 98%? That is the question. See, I'm betting it's going to take like 2.5 gallons of gas. Ooh, it has Nitro Plus. Let's fuel her up. Was I dead on?
Yeah.
I was completely right.
What is this thing getting, like 35 miles to the gallon?
Sounds like it.
I got you a surprise.
Oh, a surprise. So I just reset the trip odometer. Since we built this pre-full fill-up, we've driven 112.8 miles. The math worked out to on that gas mileage rise with 2.25 gallons being.
That's like 40 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, so I think we're getting between 35 and 40 miles per gallon in this
Are you
thing.
kidding?
That's crazy. So we've made a 67 Firebird get economy car gas mileage.
This is nuts. I got 99 problems and the fuel ain't one.
It's so beautiful.
Oh boy.
Rattling along in our Chevy Malibu.
Hey.
Interesting.
That is gonna be the road.
Oh,
Fire in the hole.
Oh. Well, it's fun and games so far. The Firebird hasn't broke on us yet. We've made it to halfway to Glen Allen. What an epic car. It handles amazing. We've just been carving up the corners and having a good time. AC! Random cross truck waving at us. Nothing but small spruce trees and swamp for miles.
Well, here's that Firebird, 67?
Yeah.
Is it? Nice. That's great. You don't see too many anymore.
Not these days.
What motor's in there?
It's just a little 2-liter.
Yeah. Just a little 2-liter. We have just taken the Toke cutoff road to Gacona. Oh, we're ruining our perfect paint job. Oh no. What are we gonna do? Quick photo shoot at the outhouse stop. Gosh, this thing just looks so good. A little over halfway to Toke, I think. What do you think? Well, it's almost completely dark, but not quite. We're not sure if we're gonna actually be able to get a hotel in Toke. They were all booked up on Expedia, so we may strike out on that. Looks like there's no places that have a vacancy in Toke tonight, because it's Friday night. Let's see how much gas it takes. Another 8 gallons? Yeah, maybe. Huh. Seems unlikely, but okay. So we're getting better mileage now.
Man, I don't want to camp in this thing overnight.
Me neither, but that's how you get to Seattle tomorrow, because you wake up at 4 a.m. when all the trucks start driving by.
And then you got tired eyes all day.
So, off we go to find a campground on the side of the highway, aka a parking lot with a bathroom that you just sort of park in and tilt the seat back and go to sleep. Sleeping in a rock-hard racing seat is not the best idea.
What sleep, sir?
Did I even sleep? I don't know. For breakfast this morning, we have a True Bar or an Aussie Bite. Well, it's just a little past 4 a.m. and we are driving the Firebird again because we couldn't stay asleep because we slept in the car. And it's already light out again. Sunrise drive, so Aaron and Matt. Here's a turn off. Alright. we go. I'm eating my candy bar breakfast.
This is some quality roadside camping here.
Totally. And this is how you road trip. You sleep in the car, get eaten by mosquitoes, and brush your teeth on the side of the road. We are getting very close to the Canadian border now. We're like 30 miles away, maybe? 35 miles away? We've encountered fog. Uh-oh, expect delays next 30 miles. Can the Firebird handle the Alaska highway? So far, the answer is yes.
It says right here, see, make sure your vehicle and tires are in good condition.
Here comes a pilot car. Here we go.
Oh no.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, they even got breakfast cooking over there. Kidding. Fog is the name of the drive. Oh, we got it so muddy. Oh no, what have we done? We made it. So we're going back to a sketchy gas pump to go fill up with gas. We'd be like on E by wherever we got next.
Just say self-serve, but
I'm sold. Pump then pay. Okay, this is old school. Oh, seems good to me. All right, I'll let you go pay and.
did we ever test the burnout on this thing?
I don't know. I think it works.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, definitely works. Ocean nutrients, anyone? Wow, that's a long journey. Well, back to the road, I guess. Back does not want to go back to the road.
Doesn't want to go back to the road.
Let's top her off. Well then.
Low, good gas mileage.
Awesome.
Huh?
What? Leaving blue on. Wow.
315,000 for one of those.
Wow.
Bring a trailer.
We have arrived to Haines Junction at last.
Oh, cleaned itself.
Free car wash.
Busy place.
Oh, very nice.
I don't know, these jiggly cookies here are pretty good.
There's the Yukon River.
We have 3 hours, 36 minutes to go.
Now we better roll.
Oh my gosh, this all looks so good.
Well, it's still out there. That's a good thing, I suppose.
All checked out. Good feeling. There we are.
How old is your car?
Oh, it's 1967.
1967.
Yeah.
Looks like it has some story to it. Have a good day.
Hey, you too. Not a drop of oil burned. That is good news.
That is very good news.
Could you imagine driving this drive with an old carbureted 326?
You know how hot that would have gotten
Oh
up those
gosh.
hills? Time to get strong here and back out because our power steering does not work. The beautiful Watson Lake, Yukon Territory. Not a whole lot going on here. And
It says,
Sorry.
out of order. Oh. Well, that's a letdown. I guess it was worth a shot. Back onto
let's get some fuel and hit the road.
Yeah.
A whopping 30 kilometers an hour here. 166.1 miles, and it took 21 liters, which is 5.5 gallons. So we're getting 30.2 miles per gallon driving this car. Looks like Aaron's got us some snacks and drinks
I
here.
didn't have the Ice Grande Soy Matcha Latte,
Oh man.
but I did
bummed.
find you Revita Energy Tea.
It's kind of a weird taste. I'll sip on it. And off we go from Watson Lake.
And away we go.
We're near a random river. We're both the cinematographer, and we have the keys in the ignition. We should go walk down to this river here.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, it's shale.
Shale rock. That's crazy. Thought it was a statue, but that's actually a real bear.
It's a black bear.
Don't stop. But... it's wild. Large bison and small bison. That's a long bike ride. Good luck. Liard River. I'll pull off here at Liard River and see if they've got some food for us. It's the Liard Hot Springs Lodge.
Ta-da! I got sandwiches and a buggy bird.
Look, it's all the RVs we passed. Well, I guess we'll be passing them again soon. So if you were to rebuild the car again from scratch, what would you change? You know, if I was to build it from scratch again, if we use the same suspension, that all being the same, the only difference I would do is forge line wheels so that the offset's right. Maybe a little bit narrower tire that's more drivable for the highway. That's not quite so wide.
Let's see where the wind takes us. Oh no, we're going to Atland, Taggart. Oh wait, no, we're going to Watson Lake. Again, we were just there. Oh, we can't decide where it wants to take us. Matthew's gonna try ketchup chips.
For the first time. It smells like ketchup. It kind of smells like French fries. That's pretty good. It tastes like ketchup. So if you can imagine, so instead of like barbecue chips, it's like ketchup infused chips.
Oh, they smell good.
No, they're pretty good. You want to try one?
Nah, I'm eating this deliciousness. I don't want to ruin that.
Long arm, strong arm. What's this silk syrup? Check it out, you can get a schnitzel sandwich. So we have 91 octane here in the Northern Rockies Lodge. Oh. Let's see if it truly detonates like 91 shouldn't. 256 a liter. Wow. Not cheap. But this car is cheap to drive, so it won't be that expensive. Is that it? That's it. Okay, so yeah, it was definitely down. $60 for 23 liters. So blue. The aqua blue Firebird and the aqua blue water. Well, the dirt road continues. As we pushed southward, the scenery kept getting more intense and the roads a little bit windier. We were both absolutely stunned with how good a gas mileage this Firebird was actually getting. The 35 miles to the gallon was a welcome reprieve from the high gas prices of interior Canada along the Alaska Highway. Brown bear. Whoa. Hello. Goodbye. Wow. Crazy. It's a brown bear in the middle of the road. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, yes. Wow, empty, clean parking lot. Whoa, the parking lot is not gravel. Amazing. Oh, don't get those filler areas, though. That'd be an oil pan destroyer right there.
Looks like that's sunk down a little bit.
Interesting. Interesting ground prep, anyone? Ready? Let's hit the road. Yep, that's it for Fort Nelson. On to Fort St. John. Just goes to show I could do a pretty good string alignment. All right, we're gonna get our whole cinematography crew fired up here. That was so good. That was such a good shot. I can't believe how good that was. That was a really good moment of cinematography, let's just say that. Now it's time for snack time. This is really steep. Really steep. As we headed south from Fort Nelson to Fort St. John, the sun set and the highway sped up. Have you ever driven the highway between Fort St. John and Fort Nelson at night? If you have, comment down below, but this stretch of the highway turns into absolute pandemonium. There's a lot of high-speed oil field service trucks that run between the oil fields, I presume. There's one there. And they absolutely book it. And even though we were going well over 100 kilometers an hour, we were being passed left and right. It's definitely a handful to drive this highway at night, especially in a classic car with headlights that are 50-50. And we couldn't have been happier to get to Fort St. John. High-tech anti-theft prevention. Just take off the steering wheel when you leave. Oh, it's still there. That's a good thing.
Oh?
Part of the hallway's the under construction part. I saw that last night. I was like, all right, we're gonna see if we have power to our power steering or not. Nothing? Nothing. To the fuse thing blew. Yeah, it's like without like huge wire crimpers, I don't know how we're gonna crimp on a new connection to that. Well, what's perfect is everyone has left around us, so now you have a wide turning radius that you can leave. $64 buys you a goofy hotel room for one night. Time to continue our journey of taking this car to California. Coffee and hill climbs, coffee and turbo sounds. Yeah. Big into wood sculptures here. I like this. The farther south we get, the cheaper the gas gets. There you go. Oh, yeah. Pretty good. Aaron's mega salad. Oh gosh. My ears is blowing away, sir. Put the windshield up here. There we go. Statue really sums up this experience here. Oh yeah. Whoa! It's Aaron against the wind. To dry off, I just have to stand against the wind. So I was looking at the forecast, and there is an excessive heat advisory for today. It's supposed to be 103 degrees.
Oh.
We're in Cache Creek, and we're going to be driving south right into the middle of the heat wave.
Oh. Beat the heat in the good guys Pacific Northwest National.
Exactly what I was thinking. So, we have made it down the entire Alaska highway without a single problem on the Firebird other than the power steering braking. And we are now almost to Hope, BC, which is almost the end of our drive. A little hot, weltering. Nice.
Oh, let's go in and get some food.
With the armpits right in. The song is Cold as Ice, and Aaron is eating ice. I don't know what's up with that. With the long, desolate stretches of the Canadian highway behind us, we were headed to Tacoma, Washington for a few days to do some much-needed repairs to the car. Once the repairs are done, we're going to continue our drive down the Pacific Coast Highway all the way to San Francisco. We couldn't have been happier with how this drive went, considering we put this car together in a little bit less than 2 months from purchase to driving it out of Alaska, including a complete overhaul of the drivetrain and replacing the entire chassis, engine, wiring, everything, and starting from scratch. What a cool outcome. Holy cow, we made it. I can't believe it. Well, I'm not quite sure what happened here, but this fan completely stopped working, so we were almost overheating because the fan was not working. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We ended up pulling over and having to shut this thing off because it was going to overheat on us. Luckily, we had the opportunity to use an exit on the highway, pull off and let it cool down so that we could kind of stage the drive until the traffic was all cleared up. I can't believe it. It's just like, how did this actually make it without having any problems? It's so crazy. There we go. I'm thinking your thing of the brush is going bad is what it is. Yeah, so that is a terrible fan right there. Ooh, these are looking good. Where the heck is that stuff? Gosh, it looks like it was just delivered. What? Oh, the light up. Let's install some stuff. The Flexolite electric fan. Yes. Oh, wow. With globally sourced parts. Yeah, I should go this way. Wow, just at that speed, I can feel it blowing. I don't know about you, but I'm about ready for a road trip again. Yeah, I think we got everything fixed up. Yeah, everything's fixed. Jets flying over. So we hit the road. Good news. We have some earplugs.
We have improved safety measures.
We're also heading to another area with beautiful bridges. Yes.
This car has found a friend. Just kidding, not really a friend. Brought your rain jacket.
I actually did. It's in my backpack.
Oh, better prepared than I am.
As we started off down the Pacific Coast, we made it to the Astoria-Meagler Bridge. The length of this bridge comes in at a whopping 21,474 feet. This bridge is so big because it's only 14 miles away from the mouth of the Columbia River at the Pacific Ocean. I guess things are just bigger on the Oregon coast because pretty soon we came up to the Tillamook Air Museum. This hangar was built in 1942 by the US Navy and is currently the largest clear spanning wooden structure in the world. You want to call it the aerial challenge, Aaron? I don't think I'd be too good at that. Let's go get some gas.
Hey, we were just fine. Plenty left.
Well, let's see.
Man, you come a long way.
Yeah.
Drive this all the way from Alaska?
Sure did, yeah.
Damn, any breakdowns?
We had the power steering go out.
Oh, that's not that big of a deal. You can still drive.
Oh yeah,
We did.
just got a little stronger arms.
Yeah, you will. How long did it take you to get down here?
About a week.
It ain't too bad.
Not too bad, yeah.
Well, you got to travel safe.
Thank you. Thank you. I was so close. I said
You're so
10.2 gallons. It was
10.01. Wow.
That's pretty good. 0.2 of a gallon off. Yeah, sometimes the small gas stations are the most interesting gas stations.
Definitely interesting. That guy had some funny stuff to say about this thing.
This is a great car for a conversation starter, I tell you what.
I say so. No, we're heading to California. The vague says California. Let's go find some innovations.
Right, so today we are started off in Waldport, Oregon, and we are headed to McKinleyville, California to drive through a redwood tree on the way. This doesn't even feel like Oregon. I don't know, this seems like something out of a movie. This is just surreal.
It does, yeah.
Whoa, check this out. Look at this drone shot. Oh my gosh, just look at it flying around there. Here is the Autel Nano Plus, 249 grams, because if you know, you know. Oh wow. And just like that, we're back.
And bam, we're back again.
Alright, trivia time. What's your favorite part of the drive so far?
Are you asking me or the viewers?
I'm asking you.
Are you asking me? I think this part's my favorite part of the drive so far.
Yeah, I think so too.
The Alaska Highway was not my favorite part of the drive, although it is beautiful.
It's stressful.
It was stressful. I was always worrying that this thing was going to break down or something because the roads are so bad. But luckily, it didn't have a single problem. Luckily, unlike the Alaska Highway, the roads along Pacific Highway or Highway 101 were some of the best that we encountered on our entire drive. So we made pretty good time, and it was a ton of fun taking in the scenery without having to worry about dodging the next pothole.
Oh man, it got us. This is actually going to be way better than what's across the parking lot.
I'll bet so.
Fun fact, did you know McDonald's salt has 3 ingredients?
Really? It's not just salt.
It's not just salt.
Sugar?
Yep, that's one of them.
Yep. And what else?
It has aluminum.
Interesting.
It's weird.
Would not have guessed that.
Oh, there we go.
Here you guys go. Yeah, enjoy it. I got some ketchup in there with the fries.
That's a standard?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I gotta make a few bucks. Travel on the coast and selling poetry, dude. That's all I have to trade. This haiku, man, is discipline. This guy over here. We're about to learn something new. Apparently something that everybody should know.
Man, what was that guy on about?
I don't know.
I was confused, kind of standing there going, okay, this guy's words are words, but they don't make any sense.
We're not pulling off anywhere else, are we?
Nah.
Of course, while we were waiting for lunch, a bird decided to leave us a nice present on the fender, so naturally this was the best solution to the problem. Yeah, good enough. Yeah, this has been the world's best car wash in Reedsport. As we drove from southern Oregon into northern California, we witnessed a remarkable transition in the landscape, a transformation of trees, if you will. The towering evergreens of Douglas, firs, and pines in Oregon gave way to the majestic redwood forest in California. This shift in scenery wasn't just a change in the landscape, it was almost like a journey through time. The lush greenery of Oregon transitioned into a timeless realm of redwoods in Northern California.
Trees of mystery.
The trees of mystery. Spooky.
I reckon deposit $5 and drive through a tree. Okay.
It says tree ahead 200 yards.
Are you excited? We are going to drive through a tree.
Yes.
Never have I ever driven a car through a tree. I've driven them past trees, I've driven them under trees,
We fixed cars that hit trees.
and maybe drove over trees, but never through a tree.
That's really cool.
My wife and I were born in '67, so.
Oh, cool. fit. Made it. That's amazing.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That is so funny.
Oh, they're just getting pictures.
Just a quick picture.
I drove this thing through a tree. Can you believe it?
I can't believe that.
Right, now we can add that to the list. I've driven under trees, driven by trees, now I've driven through trees.
Yes.
We're almost there.
Almost made it to our destination for the night.
Today we are started off in McKinleyville, California, headed to Pleasanton, California for the Good Guys West Coast Nationals and Autocross event, although I'm not sure if the Autocross event is actually going to happen.
Yeah, who knows about that? The car may be the limiting factor on that.
Yep. How old do you reckon these trees are?
Gosh, I have no idea. I mean, they've got to be like thousands of years old, maybe? There's a little sign I took a video of over there that
This
might
is a
tell
sight
us.
to see. If you're ever in Northern California, this is Take Avenue of the Giants. I'm absolutely blown away by these trees.
No kidding. Definitely worth the stop, the drive through here.
I like the sound of the outdoor seating.
Well, let's go take a look.
So what makes this a chimney tree?
I think there's something you can go visit over there. It says chimney tree free. Oh, this is like one of those unapologetically old school kind of places, but has somehow been updated.
The chimney tree.
No cell signal here, so make sure to navigate here before you actually get here.
Or don't use T-Mobile.
Or don't use T-Mobile, that seems to have lots of dead spots in the middle of nowheres.
So somebody back in the turn of the century burned out the center of this tree.
Oh, it's kind of spooky in here.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
What the? Right. We're in a tree.
Is this concrete? Oh, someone poured concrete inside the tree. It's still alive. That's wild.
Burned out in 1914. You know, I think you could live inside this tree.
I think someone maybe did for a while. Look, the door frame has been enveloped.
By the tree.
Well then.
Well, back to another couple hours in this thing. Go do the, the usual bed bug check, what have you, you know.
Yep.
There we go. Let's go check this out. Nice cold in here. Oh my gosh, it's freezing.
Oh, the AC works good. Let's inspect these beds and see if we have bed bugs or not. I see other people from Good Guys are staying here, so it's kind of like, well, can't be that bad. Gosh, it looks fine.
We're good to go.
Okay.
Well, the view doesn't get much better than this. I mean,
It's right there.
As good as it gets.
Cool. This is where the suitcases can store just in case there are bed bugs. Or they don't come with us.
What's that?
There's no difference.
What's going on with that thing?
What?
Check out this alarm clock. How many drinks do you think have been spilled on that over the years? This is going to be really exciting.
The sound of good guys.
Let's go get a pass and get into this thing.
We have arrived. Now we just gotta find a parking spot and we'll be set.
What do you think? Do they have helmets? That's our limiting factor.
Yeah, that is our limiting factor. I say you give it a shot after, at like what is it, 1 p.m., 1 to 5? Is that what they're trying to help? Yeah, the helmet might be the trick.
Let's see if we can try on a helmet or two, and
Yeah, who knows if anyone's selling one, but we can go see.
better look close. We don't want to miss anything.
Well, we found a welding helmet, I guess?
Welding helmet, I guess. That would be good for a laugh anyway. Yeah.
There you go, right there. Wrong year
I don't
there.
think that'll get me in the game.
I don't think so. Place seems to have some stuff.
Oh, we might be in luck here.
Yeah, you might be set.
Can I try it on? Okay.
That works. I think we're set.
I didn't expect this to work out so well.
I didn't expect it to work out either. That's incredible.
You know, I think that's the only time a swap meet has been surprisingly useful.
Right? You excited, Aaron? We're gonna drive to the Good Guys Autocross entrance right here.
I'm cautiously excited.
Cautiously excited, or maybe we'll be disappointed because it won't pass tech. Who knows?
Let's go see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. Look at it there. Just look.
Looks perfect. Let's go check it out. Let's go see if we can register for this.
Battery's still firmly fastened. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
This guy with that great truck is like, oh yeah, pretty much past anything tech-wise here.
This is a cool event. I highly recommend if you are near a Good Guys Autocross to come out to one of these because it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's hang on. Wait. Seriously? Anchorage, Alaska. And what kind of thing is this? Is it a 72-liter? The LTT. It is a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. What you are, an amateur. What kind of madman jumps into Alaska and puts that into a Firebird? You're a madman. 2-liter 4-cylinder LTT turbo. Unbelievable. 475 Super Patch Daily personal best. It's so quiet. It's the Tesla of Firebird. 67 Pontiac Firebird, first generation, first year, first gen. You can tell it's got those little the triangle windows. These little triangle windows were only in the 67 model. 68 don't have them, 69 don't have them. And then they changed body. I love the patina on this. And you know it gets great mileage. That's the original vinyl top, but not the original paint. You don't, okay. I'm trying to get it off. 57,447 for Aaron, personal best. Nicely done. You got a good success.
Holy cow, it made it. Well, that was fun. Yeah, so 57-second time. That's personal best for you. On the other hand, that old Monte Carlo over there did a 51, I think, if I heard it correctly.
What?
So I think you need to work on your driving skills because I don't think.
Wait, hold on a second. What tires does he have?
Yeah, go check out his tires. Oh, he actually has 200.
RT615Ks.
Oh, okay, there you go.
55. Personal best, 55,806. Oh.
That's pretty good.
That'll be $50, please.
It was, yep.
This is on an S10 frame.
Okay.
That's not the thing to do. Can't get the car going low enough without channeling.
Right. Oh, it's the stock radiator too. That's cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
The way you did it is really good. You would never know that's in this car.
No.
Yeah. Talk about a sleeper. I mean, same goes for the Firebird too. It's like no one has any clue what that has under the. They're like, oh, does that have the stock, V8 in it? And it's like, no, it doesn't.
These guys keep asking me, but still got the stock 170 cubic inch flathead in it.
Oh yeah. That's so funny. I guess that's a wrap on the Good Guys show. We autocrossed, we car showed, we talked to people, we looked at cars.
Another guy who drove from Alaska for the show.
Yeah, we found another cool guy that we talked to that had built a really cool 66 Chevelle. It turns out he's taken on road courses, and actually multiple road courses. Got interviewed, wants to take it to SEMA too, but hasn't figured out a way to get it there yet. So he was kind of looking for a way in.
He's got a cool video last September on Autotopia LA, which
we'll have to check out that video. Link down below in the description to check out his video. Let's hit the road and let's go relax at the hotel and go grab some dinner.
Admittedly, there's a heck of a lot more space in this trunk than you might first realize.
Yeah, it actually packs in quite a bit. All right, we're out of there. Yeah, that's that.
I'm gonna miss this hotel so much.
Take care, guys. Hey, you too.
Oh, those guys are really nice.
Yeah, friendly old guy. Everyone's at the last day of the car show today, but we said we're leaving. We're gonna go check out San Francisco. How'd you do?
Good to go.
Good to go, huh?
Good to go. She's gonna email me the receipt.
Awesome. Goodbye, 4 points by Sheraton.
I'm not coming back here again.
Ah, no way. That place needs a remodel.
Needs everything.
I needed like everything and the kitchen sink. There wasn't a kitchen sink.
It's like, ah yes, this sandwich is comprised of just one piece of bread.
We've simplified the sandwich and removed the filling. Yeah, let's not go to Apple.
The shape of bread is stamped out in the shape of an iPhone with square edges.
Now you can communicate easier with your friends because we punch holes through the bread so you can see while you're eating.
I'm kind of tempted to go. It sounds interesting and it would kill the afternoon until I have to go to the airport.
Yeah, I want to go.
Let's go. That's so cool. Look at that. Not a whole lot going on here on a Sunday afternoon at the old Cupertino. That must be because Apple laid off all their workers.
Well, if this video reaches your screen, you will have known our trip to the Apple Visitor Center was complete.
Yeah, that's super busy. What the heck? You're gonna turn right.
Even their parking traffic cones are white.
So I guess we're driving into the parking garage.
Additional visitor parking below. Okay.
Most untechnologically advanced car.
In the probably most technologically advanced garage in this area.
It's really nice. This video needs to be exclusively shot on just the iPhone.
It's only fitting.
I really like it.
Wow, that's really nice.
Right now.
This is 6. This is 7.
Nice machine.
What do you think about the new editing PC?
I think it's a go. Let's buy it.
Okay. Did you notice how the stairs going down to the bathroom, how it's all one piece? There's no breaks on the stair tread.
No, I didn't notice that.
It's all cast as one piece. Oh, look, you can see the... There's also a crash bar. Electrically assisted somehow. That's so cool. Whose price is it anyways?
Whose price is it anyway?
What do you reckon? We should look this up on Zillow. What does this house here across the street from the Apple campus, what is the value of that house?
Hey, look, we found a fellow good geyser leaking gas all over the road. There it is, exit 422, San Francisco International Airport. This doesn't look complicated or anything. Okay. You get the keys. Well, good luck to you on the journey back. Hopefully this thing doesn't break down.
See ya.
See ya.
Hey guys, just real quick, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.